Jameson, people who have seen this horrific crash firsthand say it is heart-wrenching to see, with one witness describing it as a sea of dead bodies. Look at the fireball of the Boeing 777 after it hits the ground, a Malaysian Airlines flight from Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur that crashed in eastern Ukraine near the Russian border.
You've been dreaming about Asia, the temples, night markets, beaches, mountain views, and food that completely changes how you understand flavor. These may all be unforgettable, but one choice decides how the journey begins: the airline. You can plan the perfect trip to Asia and still ruin it before you ever land. Some Asian carriers are world-class, some are improving, some carry accident histories, regulatory concerns, reliability problems, or service issues that deserve a much closer look before you enter your credit card details. Today, we are ranking 13 Asian airlines from the most concerning to the most trusted. Stick around, because number 1 does not deliver great service. It sets the standard the world studies. Number 13, Nepal Airlines. Starting at the most concerning end of the list, Nepal Airlines deserves a closer look before booking. That does not mean every flight is unsafe. Aviation does not work that way. The issue is the wider safety environment around Nepalese aviation, the difficult terrain, the weather, the airport challenges, and the fact that Nepal-certified airlines have remained on the European Union Air Safety List. Nepal is one of the most challenging places on Earth to fly. Mountain terrain, fast-changing weather, short runways, and limited approach options make every flight more demanding than a normal regional route. Nepal Airlines operates in that environment while carrying the weight of Nepal's broader aviation safety concerns. The most recent major tragedy in Nepal was not Nepal Airlines. It was Yeti Airlines Flight 691 in 2023, which crashed near Pokhara and killed all 72 people on board. That distinction matters. The point is that Nepal's aviation environment gives travelers a reason to compare options carefully. For tourists heading into Nepal, options may be limited. Still, if you have flexibility, compare routes, aircraft type, weather conditions, and safer international connections. Nepal is beautiful. The mountains are breathtaking. The flight environment is also unforgiving. That is why this airline starts the list. Hit the like button if you want travel advice that looks beyond cheap ticket prices, because the next airline has one of the most complicated aviation histories in Asia. Number 12, Pakistan International Airlines. Pakistan International Airlines, also known as PIA, is Pakistan's flag carrier. That gives it reach, history, and importance. It also means its problems matter more. PIA has a long and complicated safety record. The most serious recent crash was Flight 8303 in 2020, an Airbus A320 that crashed near Karachi after an unstable approach and a failed go-around. 97 people on board died, and one person on the ground was also killed. That accident raised serious questions about cockpit discipline, training, and operational culture. PIA has also faced major regulatory scrutiny. The airline was banned from flying to the European Union for a period after concerns around pilot licensing and safety oversight. That history matters for traveler confidence. PIA still connects Pakistan with domestic and international destinations. For some travelers, it may appear convenient. Convenience is not the same as confidence. The fairest description is this: PIA has a safety history and regulatory record that should make travelers compare alternatives carefully before booking. If another strong international carrier can get you there with less concern, that option deserves serious attention. The next airline is also Pakistani, but its story is different. It is smaller, private, and connected to one of the deadliest accidents in the country's aviation history. Number 11, AirBlue. AirBlue is a private Pakistani airline, not Pakistan's main flag carrier. The airline's safety reputation is heavily shaped by AirBlue Flight 202, which crashed near Islamabad in 2010. All 152 people on board died. It remains one of Pakistan's worst aviation disasters. That crash was linked to flight crew decision-making and approach problems in difficult conditions. It showed how quickly a chain of errors can become catastrophic when cockpit discipline breaks down. AirBlue still operates today, serving domestic and regional routes. A past crash does not prove every future flight is unsafe. Still, aviation trust is built slowly. When an airline has a major fatal accident in its history, travelers are right to ask hard questions. Has training improved? Has oversight strengthened? Are aircraft maintained to modern standards? AirBlue may be usable for some travelers inside Pakistan, especially when options are limited. For international travelers with flexibility, stronger alternatives may offer more confidence. The main point is simple. This is not an airline to choose casually just because the fare is cheaper. The next airline is different. Its safety record is not as dramatic as some others on this list, but its financial and service struggles still create traveler concerns. Number 10. Sri Lankan Airlines. Sri Lankan Airlines is the flag carrier of Sri Lanka. This airline should not be described with false crash stories or invented accidents. The old claim about a 2005 Maldives crash, killing 55 people, should be removed completely. The more accurate concern with Sri Lankan Airlines is reliability, financial pressure, service inconsistency, and the long-term strain of operating as a national carrier through economic difficulty. An airline can be technically safe and still create a frustrating travel experience. Delays, schedule changes, weak communication, baggage problems, and customer service issues can turn a dream trip into a stressful one. Sri Lankan connects Sri Lanka to Asia, the Middle East, Europe, and beyond. For some routes, especially into Colombo, it may be the most direct option. Direct does not always mean best. For travelers choosing Sri Lankan, the advice is practical. Check recent passenger reviews. Avoid tight layovers. Keep travel insurance. Track baggage. Compare with Middle Eastern or Asian hub carriers if the price difference is not huge. This is not a never-fly airline. That would be too extreme. It belongs in the lower part of this ranking because the traveler confidence picture is mixed. Subscribe if you want travel rankings that check safety and service and reliability before the booking screen tricks you. The next airline has worked hard to improve, but its past still follows it. Number 9. Garuda Indonesia. Garuda. Indonesia is Indonesia's flag carrier, and it has a better current reputation than many people realize. That said, the airline's past cannot be ignored. The most important modern accident was Garuda Indonesia Flight 200 in 2007. The Boeing 737 overran the runway while landing in Yogyakarta. 21 people died. Investigators pointed to approach and crew decision problems, not the false claim of 162 deaths from the earlier version. Garuda has improved since those darker periods, with better safety systems, training, and global reputation. The issue is that Indonesia itself is a complex aviation environment, with thousands of islands, challenging weather, heavy demand, and airports with different levels of infrastructure. Garuda is often the stronger choice inside Indonesia compared with weaker local alternatives. Still, its past accident history and Indonesia's broader aviation complexity keep it from ranking higher. This is an airline to research, not dismiss. The next carrier has one of the heaviest emotional histories in modern aviation, even though the facts are more complicated than many people think. Number 8. Malaysia Airlines. Malaysia Airlines is one of the most emotionally complicated airlines in the world. Two tragedies changed how people see it. Flight MH370 disappeared in 2014, with 239 people on board. The aircraft has never been fully recovered, and the mystery still haunts aviation history. Flight MH17 was shot down over Ukraine the same year, killing all 298 people on board. Here is the important part. MH17 was not a normal airline safety failure. It was a shoot-down in a conflict zone. MH370 is also complex. It raised questions about tracking, communication, response, and global aviation systems. For many travelers, those two events are impossible to separate from the airline's name. Malaysia Airlines has continued operating, modernizing, and serving major routes. Many travelers fly it safely every day. The question is personal. Would you feel comfortable booking Malaysia Airlines today, knowing the airline has improved but also knowing its history? Drop a comment below. Would you fly Malaysia Airlines now, or does the past still matter too much? The next airline raises a different kind of question. This one is not about mystery over the ocean or conflict in the sky. It is about a terrifying crash that still has not been fully explained to the public. Number 7. China Eastern Airlines. China Eastern Airlines is one of China's major carriers, with a large network, a large fleet, and many domestic and international routes. In March 2022, China Eastern Flight MU5735 crashed in Guangxi, killing all 132 people on board. The aircraft entered an extremely steep descent before impact. Early reports and outside analysis raised disturbing questions, including the possibility of deliberate action. Still, The final public investigation has not fully established a definitive cause that can be stated with certainty. That is the key correction. The script should not claim as fact that the aircraft was deliberately put into a dive. The accurate wording is that the aircraft entered a steep dive, and the final publicly confirmed cause remains unresolved. China Eastern continues operating as a major airline. Many passengers fly China Eastern every day without incident. Still, unresolved tragedies affect confidence. Travelers may reasonably compare other carriers, especially on long-haul or international routes where more established premium options are available. This marks the midpoint of the ranking. From here, the picture improves. The airlines coming next are not in the same concern category. They may have history, challenges, or mixed service reviews, but they are far more reasonable choices for most travelers. If this video is helping you think beyond the cheapest fare, hit that like button right now. More travelers need to ask better questions before they book. Number 6. Philippine Airlines. Philippine Airlines, often called PAL, is the flag carrier of the Philippines. The earlier version made a serious factual mistake by connecting Philippine Airlines to a major 2010 crash killing 162 people. That claim should be removed completely. The current picture is much better. Philippine Airlines has a strong current safety rating from major airline safety rating sources. It operates modern Airbus and Boeing aircraft across domestic, regional, and long-haul routes. It also serves a country where weather, island geography, and airport infrastructure can make operations more complicated. Philippine Airlines is not a bottom-tier airline. It is a solid carrier with a major national role and improving passenger confidence. Compared with the very best Asian airlines, PAL is not always as polished in service, consistency, airport experience, or long-haul comfort. Delays and customer service complaints still appear in traveler feedback, especially around busy travel periods. For travelers heading to Manila or connecting through the Philippines, PAL can be a reasonable and practical choice. Fly it with reasonable confidence, but do not expect Singapore Airlines, ANA, or Cathay Pacific levels of precision. Drop PAL in the comments if you have flown Philippine Airlines recently. I want to know if your experience matched the airline's improved reputation. The next airline represents a major step up in recent reputation and safety confidence. Number 5. Vietnam Airlines. Vietnam Airlines has become one of Asia's most improved full-service carriers. It operates as Vietnam's flag carrier and connects Vietnam to major cities across Asia, Europe, and Australia. Vietnam's aviation industry has been growing fast, and Vietnam Airlines has benefited from that growth. Better airports, newer planes, and stronger systems have helped the airline look more serious than many travelers expect. Vietnam Airlines has also received stronger recognition in recent safety discussions. The airline's fleet includes modern aircraft like Boeing 787s, Airbus A350s, and Airbus A321 family aircraft. Service is also improving. It may not always match the luxury level of the very top Asian carriers, but it offers a reliable experience for regional and long-haul travel. For travelers visiting Vietnam, this is one of the most practical choices. It connects well through Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City and often offers smoother routing than piecing together multiple low-cost carriers. Vietnam Airlines is not at the very top tier yet. Still, the direction is positive. The next airline is where Asian aviation truly begins to compete at the highest global level. Number 4. Japan Airlines. Japan Airlines deserves a place in the top tier. The earlier version skipped it, which made the top of the ranking feel incomplete. If you are ranking Asian carriers for safety, service, and traveler trust, Japan Airlines has to be here. Japan Airlines has a long history, a strong modern safety culture, and one of the most respected service reputations in the industry. Its modern operation is known for discipline, cleanliness, punctuality, and quiet professionalism. Service is where Japan Airlines quietly shines. It may not always feel as flashy as some Gulf carriers or as luxurious as Singapore Airlines, but it has something extremely valuable: consistency. The cabin feels calm, the staff are respectful, the airport experience is orderly, the whole journey feels controlled. For senior travelers, families, nervous flyers, or anyone who values calm over chaos, Japan Airlines is one of the strongest choices in Asia. The reason it is number 4 rather than number 1 is not weakness, it is competition. The top 3 carriers are operating at an elite global level in safety reputation, service awards, network strength, and international recognition. Japan Airlines is excellent. The next airline adds Hong Kong's premium global network and one of the strongest reputations in aviation. Number 3, Cathay Pacific. Cathay Pacific is one of Asia's great premium airlines. Based in Hong Kong, it has built its reputation on long-haul flying, polished service, strong safety culture, and a high-quality passenger experience. For travelers moving between North America, Europe, Australia, and Asia, Cathay Pacific has long been one of the most respected names in the sky. The airline ranks highly in passenger satisfaction and is recognized among the stronger carriers in current safety rankings. What makes Cathay Pacific stand out is balance, safety reputation, strong network, comfortable cabins, professional crew, reliable long-haul experience. This is not an airline you choose because it is the cheapest. It is an airline you choose because you want the trip to feel controlled. Cathay has faced challenges over the years, especially from pandemic disruptions and Hong Kong's changing travel environment. Still, it remains one of the strongest Asian carriers overall. At this level, we are no longer talking about airlines that simply get you there. We are talking about airlines that shape how the trip feels before you even land. Subscribe to this channel if you want more travel rankings that separate real quality from marketing hype. The next 2 airlines represent the highest level of Asian aviation. One is built around Japanese precision. The other has become almost a global symbol of premium flying. Number 2, ANA All Nippon Airways. ANA All Nippon Airways is one of the best airlines in Asia and one of the strongest carriers in the world. ANA represents Japanese precision in airline form. The safety culture is serious. The fleet is modern. The staff are highly trained. The cabin experience is calm, clean, and thoughtful. Every part of the journey feels planned before the passenger ever arrives. That is the ANA advantage. It does not need to scream luxury. It simply works. For long-haul flights between North America and Japan, ANA is one of the most trusted choices. Inside Japan, it is also extremely strong, benefiting from the country's wider culture of punctuality and service discipline. Flight attendants are known for calm professionalism. Pilots operate in a system that values training and precision. Ground staff help create an experience that feels orderly rather than chaotic. For travelers who value quiet confidence, ANA may be the most comfortable choice on this list. The reason it sits at number 2 is simple. The number 1 airline combines safety reputation, service consistency, global awards, premium comfort, and brand recognition in a way very few airlines on Earth can match. The top spot belongs to one carrier. Number 1, Singapore Airlines. Singapore Airlines represents the gold standard of Asian aviation. The earlier version made a structural mistake by placing Singapore Airlines at both number 2 and number 1. That has now been fixed. Singapore Airlines belongs at number 1 because it combines safety reputation, service excellence, fleet quality, global recognition, and consistency better than almost anyone else. This is not just an airline, it is a system. From booking to check-in, boarding, cabin service, meals, crew behavior, aircraft condition, and arrival experience. Singapore Airlines is built around one idea: nothing should feel careless. Many airlines have good flights. Singapore Airlines has built a reputation for making excellence repeatable, route after route, cabin after cabin, year after year. Its fleet is modern, its crew training is respected, its service culture is famous. Its premium cabins are often used as a benchmark, and its economy class also receives praise. For travelers going to Asia, Singapore Airlines is especially powerful because Singapore Changi Airport is one of the world's best connecting hubs. A great airline connected to a great airport creates a travel experience that feels smoother from beginning to end. For senior travelers, nervous flyers, honeymooners, business travelers, families, or anyone spending serious money on Asia, Singapore Airlines is one of the safest and most comfortable choices. It will not always be the cheapest. That is not the point. The point is confidence. You are paying for an airline that understands details. You are paying for a crew that knows how to make long flights feel calmer. You are paying for an operation that has earned its global reputation through consistency. That is why Singapore Airlines takes number 1. Not because every other airline is bad. Not because one airline can promise perfection. No airline can do that. Singapore Airlines wins because it makes the passenger feel that every part of the journey has been thought through before anything goes wrong. That is what great aviation feels like. Thanks for watching. If this list helped you think more carefully about which Asian airlines to trust, let me know in the comments. Which airline would you fly without hesitation, and which one would you avoid? Want to see the safest and most beautiful destinations across Asia? Click the video on your screen right now. If you do not want to miss travel guides like this every week, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.